is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with that quick analysis on another Brooklyn Nets acquisition. They will sign Michael Beasley, a guy that's only 31 years old. And you would think that he would be older than that, considering that it's 10 years later and when he got traded for Miami. And he was already in the league prior to that. Crazy part about it is he's only 31 and he still can play. Remember, we seen Michael Beasley taking on a couple people that he know, and he was still knocking down jumpers, still getting the floater game, showing that he can still create off the dribble. He can still shoot the three, even if he's open or off the dribble. What we always knew about Beasley from high school to college, even in the NBA, he can get you a bucket. That's something that we all, even if you don't like Beasley, you don't like his reputation, you don't like him as a person, you don't like his work ethic, however you feel about Beasley is your opinion and it's fine. But one thing we all can agree on about Beasley is that he can get you a basket. And Brooklyn is in that situation, like I said. Once you lose Dinwiddie and these guys, you get to the point where we need people that can get a shot. I mean, that's reality for this Brooklyn Nets team. No Kyrie, no Kevin Durant, Taurean Prince is gone. We only really got Karis LeVert and Joe Harris. Joe Harris not going to create that much off the dribble. He's going to be able to score, but he's not going to create consistently off the dribble. That's why I like them picking up Jamal Crawford. Yes, he's older. Him and Beasley may not be the greatest defenders. They probably might be some of the worst defenders in the league, if I had to be honest. But at least they can get you a basket. At least they can get to the free throw line. At least they can create some type of offense on and off the ball. And that's what this team is lacking. Now, I know this team is a shell of itself. I know this team isn't really that good. And I know that Beasley has to serve a 5-game suspension. But they still have a couple games left. They will still have the play-in games. And they can still have, if they do make it to the playoffs and lock up a 7th or 8th seed, they still do have the ability to play guaranteed 4 more games because you have to do the best of 4 in a playoff series. So Beasley has been a guy that no matter when the coach needs him, whether it's playing him none, whether it's playing him 5 to 15 to 20 minutes, he has always been productive on the offensive end. And when you look at his numbers, regardless of where he played 26 games with the Lakers, and he only played 10 minutes per game. He still gave you 7 points on 49% shooting from the field. He still gave you 2 rebounds. Even if you look back at the New York days, he still gave you 13 points in 22 minutes. He gave you 50% from the field and 39 from 3, but he also gave you 5 rebounds. The guy has shown that he can be productive when he gets minutes and opportunity. And that's why I kind of like the deal. Just because you don't really have too many free agents that you can just give the ball to, whether it's in the fourth quarter, whether it's when the shot clock is low. Now you have Karis, now you have Jamal Crawford, and now you have Beasley, guys that known for getting buckets. And honestly and truthfully, they had to figure something out. Like, they lost so much quality talent that it's impossible to literally replace that talent. But at least they found guys that they know, whether they get a little or a lot of minutes, they're going to try to go out there and do whatever they can to help you win a game. And I feel like those guys are still present on this roster. And like I always tell you guys, I like the way the Nets approach this season without Kyrie for a lot of games or without Kevin Durant, they still went out there and was professionals. They still went out and competed. They didn't complain. They didn't whine. They just went out there and tried to do the best they could, whether it was for Kenny Atkinson or not, to give themselves chances to win games. And that's why they actually have a playoff spot right now. And that's why I still have them making the playoffs. Just because I don't see Wizards winning that many games without Davis and Bradley Beal. I don't really see Orlando going crazy either because they're a bad offensive team. And we don't even know if they're going to have Jonathan Isaac, who is probably one of their top two, if not number one defender on their team. So they still have a shooter's chance that if they can win a couple games or even at least win 3 or 4 of the 8, they can still pretty much lock up one of those playoff spots. And I feel like they can beat the Wizards 1 out of 2 play-in games. You got to beat the Brooklyn Nets twice to take their spot in the playoffs. And the Wizards, without Beal and Davis, I don't really see them doing that. And I don't really see them winning much games anyway because their best players and their best offensive players are out. So I think that it's going to be important for Brooklyn to have some training because they bringing in so many new players because so many people are out. And a lot of those players took a lot of minutes or was a big part of their team. So they're going to be a little clustered. They're going to be a little, ununified. They're going to be a little sloppy because, one, this is a new system that these players are coming in. And two, a lot of these guys are used to a specific role and they might have to play more minutes and they might have to do more than they would normally do because they lost so much talent. So, in my personal opinion, it's going to be interesting to see what this Brooklyn Nets team is going to be, how they're going to function, and it's going to just be interesting to see how they incorporate people like Beasley and Jamal Crawford and Anderson. Those guys have all been out or all haven't played in a significant role in quite some time, and they're just going to come in and be asked to, perform. And I feel like those guys all can do that, and that's a good thing for the Nets because you don't want too much of a hiccup in your offense and your defensive schemes just because you still is fighting for a playoff spot to be locked up for the second straight year. And that's something that is worth fighting for. And, Jamal Crawford and Beasley, they're just looking at it as an opportunity to show that they can still play. They're looking at it as an opportunity to show that they still belong in the league. And they're looking at it as an opportunity, let's just go out there and have fun and just embrace the moment of being an NBA player again. Because like I said, Beasley and some of these guys have missed so much time at the NBA level that it's just a blessing to have another opportunity to go on the court and actually have something to play for, not just the seeding games for a playoff spot, but for ability to extend your career, for ability to show some things that you may not have shown. We even seen that last year Crawford becoming a better passer and playmaker when he usually just on the court to score. And Beasley is a guy that he doesn't complain. He has been a guy that has had a bad image to people, but he has been a guy that don't mind sitting the bench. He has been willing to play 10 minutes, like I said, with the Lakers. He's willing to, if you need him to step up because of an injury or because of a guy catch COVID, he can come in and get you 15 points to 20, depending on who's guarding him and how they're defending him. He can get hot and he can knock down shots. So, in my personal opinion, I'm excited for the Nets, making these acquisitions just to see how these guys play, how they come in mentally with this situation and how they, take advantage of it, knowing that these guys still want to be in the NBA. They still feel that they can contribute. They're getting that opportunity. And now I just want to see what they do on the court. So that's going to give me, like I said before, a reason to watch the playoffs this year and even the seeding game because I'm an analyst. I'm going to watch them anyway, but I am still interested to see what they have left in the tank, what role that they can be used in, and if they added or changed their game up a little bit to fit the modern NBA currently. So I like the Beasley pickup. You basically not paying him anything. He's better than nothing. Considering that they lost so many players, it's good to get a player that actually has a skill set, actually can accept a role, and even doesn't mind playing if that is his role is just to be a reserve and sit the bench until his number is called. Him and Crawford definitely have done it and will be willing to do it if that is necessary. And to me, that is another thing that makes it special. But I'm not going to make the video too long just because I covered a lot of this stuff already in the Jamal Crawford and the other guy not too long ago. And honestly, I still think they're good enough to be a 7 or 8 seed in the East just because the Wizards are just that bad currently. So that's the only team they really have to fight for taking their spot, because I don't think they really care about the 7th or the 8th seed, which one they get, just because it's going to be tough either way. You prefer the Raptors, but I don't see them beating either or anyway. So check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Basketball Analysis, as you see right here. That is the channel that you're watching right now. You can catch NBA breakdowns of players, rookies, summer league, and even tributes to the legends. And all you have to do is check out my plethora of videos. I have over 1,000 made. And just click my channel and you can find out what type of videos you like. If you can get a feel for the channel, then I don't see why you wouldn't subscribe. Also, like the video. If you liked it already, thanks for the love and the support. Also, like and share if you're new. It helps the channel grow and helps more people see it, which is better for me. And that's the least I'm asking you for. And also, at the end of the day, I do make videos about trade deadline, free agency. I cover summer league, like I said, season previews, NBA playoff predictions, which will be coming up this month. So it gives you something to want to watch in the future if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed already. Other than that, Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. And this video will be coming out later, maybe even Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And thanks for the love and support. I'm gone.